Philly Sports, Love and Pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny. Kenny is having the most technical difficulties I think he's ever had in his lifetime. Right now. It's happening right now.
I'm not thrilled.
Kenny's glitchy. Kenny's can't hear me. Kenny, what's up, Trevor? Welcome to the pod.
The big dog.
Kenny is glitchy. Kenny's struggling, but we're back. It's been hiatus. We were on hiatus. Kenny was in. What are the chances we have an earthquake in Philly and Kenny is in California where they usually have earthquakes? So Kenny's not here for the earthquake, but he's in California. Kenny, you have to tell us some of your wine escapades over in California.
Well, it's honestly, dude, am I getting old where I'm just like fucking 3 days is enough anywhere I go these days? Is that an old thing or is that just like,
I think it's probably because you have a kid.
Fucking kid is just a fucking leech, man.
You have a kid, man. So shit's different now.
We landed in Napa, and then of course everything's no, but it was all paid for. So the only thing we had to pay for was anything extra we did. So I rented a Mustang convertible. So drove that bitch, 2 hours from San Francisco to Napa.
I love it.
But literally, we landed like 11:30. By the time you get out of the airport, roll to the hotel, it's now like 2:30. We lay down for like a second, and then we start getting ready because we have like a welcome event,
So it's like the Dunder Mifflin party, like
literally. And like the worst part of it is like they decide that dinner's not like dinner's there, but like to me it felt like they thought it was like optional.
Yeah.
I just read the comment. Thank you. But so we literally like I chugged like 7 glasses of champagne, and then I chugged like 19 glasses of wine. Next thing I know, I'm blacked out. I mean, absolutely fucking eviscerated. And mind you, like I don't drink, you know what I mean, nearly as much as I used to.
No, so, you use other avenues, which is fine.
Yeah, it's better for your lungs. So let's say like Chrissy and I are sitting there, and Chrissy's like, I gotta eat. So Chrissy gets up and just starts the whole buffet off. Just literally, the first person to eat was my wife. So then everyone was like, "Thank God." Anyway, long story short, the thing was
Pennsylvania swine showing up to fucking California.
Yeah, exactly. Like they knew who we were. They're like, "Oh, you're Kenny with Anchor."
Oh, those guys are here.
Yeah. They let the pig out of a fucking barn. But yeah, so long story short of all of this, it's like 7:45, and I look at Chrissy and I just mouth the words Uber, and so we left the welcome party 2 hours early. Because we were pretty well. I mean, I definitely was fucked up. So it was a good time, man. Not being hungover once. It was nice. Everything was free. It gets you motivated.
Yeah, so, I was saying to Kenny, like, when you drink the good stuff, you don't really get hangers. Like, you drink the good wine, you drink the good, the good scotch, the good whiskey. It doesn't hit you the same as that bottom shelf shit.
How much of it do you think is like the extra fucking 12 puffs of marijuana though, to like fucking get you to the point of no return? You know what I mean? Like, eventually you stop drinking because you're so fucked up,
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I smoked, and then I went into the parallel, realm, and then
parallel realm.
Yeah, the fucking paranoia, man. And then so Chrissy made some friends, 50-year-old couple.
Nice.
So, like, I'm like pretty banged up, and they jump in our Uber. So now we have a 40-minute drive to the hotel, and fucking Christ, man, we do not. I mean, I don't have much in common. You know what I mean? And I'm all banged up. I just want to close my eyes.
Oh, you had nothing to talk about.
No, dude. It was just this was me talking. They had to think I was a fucking menace to society. And then we saw them the next day, and they're like, "Do you mind if we join you for breakfast?" And I'm like thinking to myself, like, I might end it here right now. This is my literal fucking. But yeah, they turned out to be pretty cool. But you get the point. You know what I mean?
I do.
I was not in
So you wanted to end it similarly to the way the Flyers ended it.
Jesus Christ. What? Well, I know what happened. The team quit on Torch. Coots, they should cut Coots today.
But hold on. Did they quit on Torts or did they just show up like the real team showed up?
Well, okay, I will reverse. The older guys quit on Torts. How about that?
Okay, I'll give you that.
The Cootsies, the
And
Lawtons.
they should be fucking ashamed of themselves, to be honest.
Yeah. But also, like, if you ask me, the front office got and we talked about this and we debated about this and we were like, did they do the right thing? Was, them pushing for the playoffs the right thing, or should they, tanked, unquote? I mean, honestly, it's the worst scenario that could have happened for them. Because, like, at least if you make the playoffs, you're like, okay, we made the playoffs. We get swept in the first round. It's over.
Yep. And it would have. That's exactly what would have happened. I mean, it's fine. That's what we didn't even we expected. We had no expectations out of this. Like, we were just excited that
zero
new people were at the helm. You know what I mean? Like, that's all we fucking cared about. And then they kind of like turned it into something else. So it's like, all right, cool. This is kind of fun again. And they're gonna go on a run and let's see what happens. We never hockey playoffs is fucking weird, dude. Like,
yeah, it's easy to get hot, it's a known fact, but at the end of the day, so now they're gonna have to fucking draft at 14 or 15, and it's just a fucking shit situation. Like, honestly, it's just like the Eagles, this is the worst thing that could have fucking happened. Where they ended the season couldn't be. I mean, honestly, like, it's the fucking worst. And now you still have Lawton. Now you have Coots, who doesn't want to be here, obviously, who's the captain. Like, it's just embarrassing. They gotta, and I'm a big Coots guy, that, but
you've always been. But I mean, I don't understand what
embarrassing.
I don't understand why they named him the captain. Like, if this is, I just don't. You went so long without having one. Like, what the fuck? Just let it go then.
What would have one more off? Fuck. What would have one more off season done?
Nothing.
Who would that have hurt?
Nobody.
You know what hurts? Now it's embarrassing because they got to move the fuck on.
It hurts. Right. It does. It looks bad on Torts.
It looks worse than what it would have looked if they just didn't do anything. I don't know, man. It's kind of funny because, like, we also have been arguing about the Sixers for like the longest fucking time, and anyone that listens to this podcast knows, I'm a literal roller coaster with the Sixers. Like, I'll quit. I don't fucking care. I have no problem quitting. You know what I mean? And our argument lately, as of late, and Jake included, like, what do the Sixers look like with Embiid? And then we said, obviously, they look better. But, like, what Embiid are you getting? Is he okay? He's healthy. Is he healthy? Okay, he looks healthy. He looks dominant. He looks like he's back to what he was doing before he got hurt. Then the question, like, the biggest still not red flags, not the right word, but, like, can he play competitive basketball for a 7-round series and go 7-round series, 7 games, and not lose gas? You know what I mean? Because he tends to lose gas.
He does, and whether he's injured or not, I mean,
it's a gas issue.
We've never seen him healthy through the playoffs ever. I don't think ever.
No.
So,
and some of them are freak, and know that. And
yeah, no, I'm not saying that to blame him. I'm just saying, like, we don't know what he's like, in the playoffs.
If he can play the way he's playing and not get tired, they have a good enough shot. I mean,
it's clear. It's like clear as day that he's like he is one of, if not the best player in the NBA right now.
He's the MVP
when he's healthy. It's just the facts. And it was Detroit, so it was like, grain of salt, right? But 37-11, like, come on, dude. Like, he's just toying with people in here. And it's
the problem is they need a month and a half of good Tobias Harris. And I don't know if Tobias Harris can even give you a 7-game series. And we talked about this last year, remember?
All right, but listen, hear me out on this. And I was talking to Lou about this actually today. I don't know if they need Tobias Harris to be, what we want him to be. I just think they need Tobias Harris to literally, like, show up and score like his normal 8 to 10. because you know what they need. What they need is Embiid to be dominant, and they need Maxey to step up. And if they
So
go with
Max is your 2
yes,
and Tobias is 4.
Tobias is the distant. I don't even care. And you can insert number 3, probably Oubre. Honestly, the way he's been playing.
I mean, you could argue anyone.
Right, exactly. So
Also,
mystery man X can be number 3, but to me, it hinges
actually,
on those
number
two.
3 could be anyone, any given night, right?
Yes,
Oubre,
rotate.
Melton, Campaign. Who else did we trade? Oh, Buddy Hield. That
Healed.
actually is kind of Hield's turning into a nice little piece. Dude.
Lowry might show up with like an 18-point night or something.
Actually, that's a really good fucking point. Because and he's gonna turn it on. He's gonna turn it on. You just know it.
Exactly. He's going to ratchet
guy's
the
a
fuck out of
playoff
it.
guy.
Yes, he is a playoff guy. He is built for the playoffs.
Especially with that ass.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I think it comes down to Embiid and Maxey, honestly.
You know what, dude? Honestly, it comes down to Embiid and then whoever the fuck wants to show up. Like at 2. You know what I mean? Like seriously.
Mhm.
It's like whoever wants to take over and give you 20-25.
Yep.
That guy's your number 2, and honestly, if Tobias scores like 25, then something bad has happened, right? Because he's just not doing it.
Something bad has happened.
He's fucking bad, right? Like, and honestly, you know what? I take that back. I don't think he's bad. I think he plays within the elements of his fucking game. The Sixers are fucking dumb for giving him a max contract, but they're backed into a wall because they let Ben Simmons and Brett Brown bully them, and get rid of Butler. The whole thing's fucked up. And we talked about this, like Flyers management set the team back a decade. You could argue the fucking tank still has set them back. At least they're making the playoffs and shit, but they got to make a run, right? Like at some point we got to there has to be some kind of sustainable, meaningful, impactful Sixers basketball. There just has to be.
You mean beyond the second round?
Yeah, like what is my lasting memory right now of impactful basketball is Kawhi Leonard's doink. And that was 2019.
God, I can close my eyes right now and fucking see the ball fucking doing.
But like everything after that has just been an utter fucking joke. And like, okay. Ignore COVID year. Fine. Take it out because it's fucked up. Right. COVID's COVID. But like, I don't know, last fucking they have the lead. They get into a game 7. They're up like fucking 15 in the game 7 in the third. And then every year it just feels like they're just like, nah, we don't want to play anymore.
I think last year fucked it up. Like last year when you're up 3-2, like
gotta close it out, man.
That fucked it up. And I get it. Like I totally get it, man. I get why people don't trust them, and I get it. Like if you don't want to watch till the third round, I get that. I totally do.
Well, that's just. I mean, you're not gonna watch basketball then.
Yeah, because you're saying it's not gonna happen.
I listen. We can beat this horse all we want to fucking beat. It doesn't matter. These, everyone's like, well, if the Cavaliers lose too, and Donald Trump becomes president, yeah, and Joe Biden falls down the Air Force One steps, and the Sixers could be the 6th seed. It doesn't fucking matter. People.
I don't know. I mean, you're naming a lot of things that could possibly happen.
I know I read it was definitely like the Cavs have to lose too, and there's got to be some kind of other scenario where but like it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
I understand what you're saying, but I think it does. I think
to what though? Okay, because so they got to play the play-in.
Here's why. Because it's a different. This is basically a different regime, right? Because Nick Nurse is different. He's running plays at the end of these games that is just something that they haven't had. And like they're able to close games. They're not turning the ball over as much at the end of games. They're having better possessions. And a lot of that goes to Nick Nurse. And so I feel like this playoff run is important because of Nick Nurse. If Nick Nurse wasn't here, I would say yes, it's like a prove it situation. But to me, it's almost like a reset button has happened with Nick Nurse. So, but I understand that like people aren't going to look at it like that. That's just not the way everybody's going to
Yeah,
look at it.
but even so, I mean, I mean this with all amounts of respect. That doesn't fucking matter.
I hear you. I know.
And at the end of the day, if they play the play in, there's no reason this team shouldn't just cruise through the play in, right? If they're even the way they're playing right now.
If
And
they
then
end
they
up in the
get what?
play-in, yeah,
And then what? They'll get the Bucks and then probably the Celtics, right?
probably.
Guess what? That's what you get for fucking around and finding out, right? So like, if you want to win it, you should beat the best. And I want nothing more. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm gonna regret saying this. I want nothing more than the Bucks in the second round, and I want to see fucking Glenn just fucking fart noise. I hate that fucking guy.
Trust me, you are not the only one that has that feel. But Trevor
Fuck
says,
that guy.
do you see a way they can beat out the Bucks or Celtics while Embiid stays healthy? 100%, bro. If Embiid's healthy, I think they can beat anybody. Now the Celtics is a different animal.
So right? Here's the thing again, like Embiid's healthy. Okay, fine. Like, is he like fucking in shape? Like I still don't know if he's in shape. And regular season basketball in shape is totally different than playoff in shape because it's intense, first to 4 wins.
That's
it
fine.
Don't matter.
That's fair.
Doesn't matter if you fucking lose to the Cavaliers, in a April fucking game when you're locked into the fucking whatever seed you're in the playoff lock. You know what I mean? So I think they can beat the Bucks with a out of shape Embiid, and I don't mean out of shape like he's fat eating Pop-Tarts. You know what I mean? I just mean like game. No,
you mean like he's coming back? Yeah,
like that's hard to fucking do.
Because in the beginning of the season, dude, he was dominant to the point of like to the tune of like 40 and 50 points. Like just
he wins
dominant.
an MVP.
So can he get back to that health? We'll see. I don't know. I mean, but I'm not. But that's the point, though. I'm interested. I will want to see it. I will be interested in the playoffs, which, weeks ago couldn't say that. Like that, the Sixers were borderline unwatchable without Embiid at times. So
and honestly, they should be, right?
Well, yeah, and I mean that's what's that say, right? He's the fucking MVP.
7 foot Cameroon center.
Right. Exactly.
So to answer the question, I think they can beat the Bucks with what we're getting from Embiid right now. They can't beat the Celtics if Embiid's laboring. They can't. They can't do it. Al Horford, for some reason, is like, Embiid's kryptonite. I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
But, so, once that all takes place, yeah, I think they can beat the Bucks. I think anyone can beat the Bucks right now. I don't know if the Bucks are going to get out.
I mean, the Sixers can do the funniest thing ever, though, and go on this ridiculous run, and like no one's expecting it. No one. It's like you said, no one really cares yet. They're like, prove it, do something, whatever. It doesn't matter. And I'm not kind of takes the pressure off of them in a way, which
is a good thing.
Yes, it is. So,
but also they're not really a young team. Like, Melton's been around for a while. Lowry's got,
they're going to be completely different. That's the other thing that we don't really have to talk about it yet because it's not here, but this team could possibly look so fucking different than it does today because they have all these contracts expiring.
Yeah, thank the Lord, man. Listen, the best thing for the Sixers is to literally walk Tobias Harris to his crumble cookie with his fucking team bag and go, see ya. Close your store and move it to wherever the fuck you're signing because you're a dumb bitch.
Yeah, he's annoying. He's
annoying.
He's just got to go. And listen, it's like you said, you don't want to hold it against the guy because they gave him the contract, right? Yeah. But then when you step in front of the mic, though, and say this stuff and then
there's no one better than me.
Yeah, but then okay, well you're like turning the camera, you're pointing it at you. So come on.
Yeah, bro. You kind of deserve it.
Exactly. So we'll see. I
can't wait to not say the name Tobias Harris.
I want to get Gordy in here. For a Sixers playoff preview. He'll be hyped up for it.
Yeah, that makes total fucking sense.
Gordy's all geeked out for basketball, but this week he's geeked out for golf. I mean, I am too. I love the Masters. The Masters is probably my favorite golf tournament of all time.
Well, I mean, what that's like saying like fucking peanut butter cups are your favorite candy of all time. Of course, it's the best of the best. Oh, I'm sorry.
I wish I had that. I wish I had the music right now, like loaded up in the deck. I could play the Masters,
Yeah.
like that fucking piano music.
Still, here's the thing. I don't even want to spend any more time on this because golf pisses me off. The thing with golf right now is there's no one that's even fun or to root for. Like they all suck in their own
Yeah, no,
respective way.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know
There's
exactly
no
what you're
like when Tiger Woods won it in 19. I don't think
No, you're just saying for like the whole like everybody, like the outsiders. Because like if you watch golf, you like certain guys. Like
well, of course, but I'm saying like okay, so when you talk about the NBA, you either love LeBron or you hate LeBron.
I hear you like the star power. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no star power. It's just average,
Right. Like if I asked you right now who the number one golfer was in the world, who like would you even have an
Scotty
idea?
Scheffler.
Oh, you knew, so you do know.
No, I'm guessing 100%. I have no idea. Is that right?
I think it is Scotty Scheffler still. Yeah.
See that, boys and girls? That's just a big brain sports knowledge. No big deal. No, in my other group chat, they talk about golf all the time, and I see that guy's fucking name all the time.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler.
But I'll watch it. Of course, I'm not fucking. Ooh, you're not gonna see me having a bad fucking time drinking beers and fucking watching sports. You know what I mean? But like,
exactly,
the lack of star power really does hurt it.
It's not the same. It's just different. Like Tiger kind of spoiled everybody for like a while, but that's going back. Like you were a kid, right? How old were you during the Tiger like run, like early 2000s? You were young.
10.
Right. So, but that's kind of cool to you. A 10-year-old, you're like, fuck, this guy's
we were hyped. Yeah. Well, it would have been more hype if gambling was legal.
Yeah, no, you're right. But would it though? Because Tiger would have been like minus 500 to win a tournament and shit.
Actually, I think Caputo told me that one of the Masters, like in the hype of like all his fucking time, he was like minus 225 to win the Masters. That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Like, okay,
disgusting.
So if you don't bet on golf and you have no idea what Kenny's saying right now, most
always
golf
plus.
tournaments, most golf tournaments, like I think this weekend, like Scotty Scheffler or somebody, they're like probably like plus 400, which is 4-1. Okay, so you bet $100, you win $400, right? So what he's saying is that you had to lay $220 to win 100. That's insane. That you'd never see negative odds before a tournament, a golf tournament.
I'll tell you what, you'll never see it again. I'm confident in that.
You might not ever see it again.
Maybe his kid.
I don't know. I mean, he's pretty good, but he's still so fucking young, man.
Yeah. Think he'll have a sex addiction like his old man?
I can't judge him. But listen, I love the Masters, man. I just do. I was lucky enough to go to the Masters, which I can't.
Did you get a pimento cheese sandwich?
Of course I fucking did. And I got an egg salad sandwich, and I drank all the fucking. I had all the beers. I had fucking a fucking cup snake going with the beers because they're only like $4. I even have the cup still. I kept those bitches.
I feel like people see pimento cheese and they go, "Yuck, gross, disgusting." It's still delicious. It's one of my favorite things.
They're just liars. They've never had it.
Top 5 favorite things food wise for me is a pimento and cheese.
It's a solid sandwich. If you have never had it, stop talking shit on it because you don't even know. You don't even probably know what pimento is.
I do.
What is it?
Well, it's the inside of the olive. It's a little cute little pepper. But all it is mayo, cheese, and that little like 3 pimentos.
A pimento is a chili pepper, just so everybody's clear. Okay, so it's
got no spice though. It's a fucking
no. It's like a bell pepper kind of.
I'm not exaggerating this number. It's like 80% mayo.
Oh yeah, there's tons of mayo in there,
and then
tons
just
of cheese,
sharp cheddar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to have this.
I got some. You know what? I got some in the fridge. Your boy might go get some.
And that shit's like crack.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
Woo. One of our friends, Emily, she makes this dip. She calls it crack dip.
Oh yeah, crack dip's been around since World War II.
Oh yeah, but like everybody makes it different, right? But so
yeah.
the way she makes it, fucking hey, dude. Like I can eat that whole fucking bowl, and I don't even care. It's probably like 5,000 grams of fat or some shit. I don't even know.
It's just, I think it's just, well, the one we do is just sour cream, ranch packet, bacon bits, and cheddar cheese, and you dip it with cheese.
I mean, how can you go wrong with that,
You can't.
right?
I asked we have a place over here, the Whistler's Barbecue. You still haven't come down. We got to go there together. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, how have that not happened yet, Trevor?
Yeah.
I wish
Who
a beer
fucking
was
knows?
$4 at Citizens Bank
Oh,
Park.
I think. Yeah, right. You know what? I was there on opening. We were there together. Have we had a podcast since that? Probably not, right?
So I don't know. Kenny and I went to opening weekend together. We were there on the Saturday game.
You know, I'm just gonna say it. It fucking sucks not having your wife with you when you just make fun of people together. You make fun of each other together. You drink beers together.
Listen, man, there's a reason. There's a reason why your wife is your best friend. You know.
It's so sad. I've fallen out of grace. Dude, it's $16 for a fucking can of stateside iced tea, which obviously
$16, and those little mixed drinks that Jay was bringing back.
20.
I think those are 20 or 22.
Yeah, they're 22. Yeah, they're 20. You know, I'm not anti paying $16 for a pounder, because to me that's what, 2 beers at least.
No, but
3
they're
beers.
plain. They're plain statesides for 16.
They're 12 ounces.
Yeah, you got to get a little bit more. Like, come on. I don't know, man. Like, it's almost at the point now where I'm just like, give me some kind of gummy that's gonna, like, hit around like the 4th inning, and I'll just go get like a fucking Diet Pepsi fucking souvenir cup and a hot dog, and I'll be like the happiest guy.
You can't even argue how I hit that fucking tailgate, bro. I had a Yum Yum Donuts before going in, a White Lightning.
Oh yeah, I had a Yum Yum over there.
I had
whoever brought those Yum Yums, by the way, fucking thank you.
Alexa, she texted me and she's like, "What should I bring?" I said, "Yum Yums, you dumb bitch."
Fuck yeah.
And then I popped a gummy, took like massive hits going in, and then the only thing I bought in there was a water, an ice cream cone, or ice cream hat, and a pretzel. I was fucking a pig in shit. I was so fucking, you know what I mean? Just.
We were great, dude. We actually brought the water in, because that's the key move. You can do that.
So what was it?
What do you mean? What was it?
Like, are you allowed to bring your like fucking Stanley in, or does it have to be a closed bottle?
No, so you're allowed to bring in a sealed up to 1 gallon, which is I couldn't imagine somebody walking in with a fucking 1 gallon jug. But
you want to watch?
You can bring up to 1 gallon per person. They may have changed that. It might be like 1 liter now or whatever. But so we brought the big, like, smart.
A liter of cola. Who ordered a liter?
No,
of cola?
it's gotta be water. and hoagies, but you were worried about bringing in your half a hoagie.
No problem. I didn't even bag it. They didn't even search me.
No, they don't search you anymore. Like, that's the thing. Like, you go through the speed check now, and like those things are like, I don't know. They're like the elite fucking version of a fucking metal detector or something. They just scan you really fast.
So, and we talked about this. Like, if you're trying to bring your pen in, it's just like, where are you gonna go do it? Because you do it in your seat,
anybody listen. If anybody's listening to this podcast and you've ever taken a pen and you know what I'm talking about, into Citizens Bank Park, please tell us if that's the possibility. If that's,
I think I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've done it several times, but the problem is,
yeah, but I don't want it. I don't want it gone, because then it's gone.
They're white on rice when it comes to like where you gonna do it.
At the bathroom, bro.
I guess. But even then,
what? There ain't nobody in there.
I got a lot of gunk in mine. Actually, I'm trying to clean this out with this random nail on my board. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but you want to know something? A little fun fact. Here's an airport. You guys ready for some airport story, and then we can get back to the sports?
Yeah.
So, I know I was flying to California, and I was just like, I just spent so much money on other things, this related, and I was like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go out there to the dispensaries, blah 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 blah. So then what I ended up doing was I was like, I'm gonna fly with my fucking pen, right? I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Oh shit.
So Chrissy and I decided we weren't gonna have any checked baggage because we knew our flight landing was at like 5:15, and if we got out of the airport right at 5:15 into the car at 5:45, we were able to get to Kip before he had to go to bed, right? And it ended up working perfectly.
Yeah, so you wanted to have that shit carry on only
Yep,
so you
and
could
be
bounce out of
done.
there.
So we're in the airport, Philadelphia. It's tough to fly out of. They're like, take your shoes off, put your shoes back on, do a spin, turn around. The guy's like, take your jacket off, and Chrissy starts taking off her jacket, and he goes, not you, the other one, and it wasn't me. And then Chrissy's like, well, you told me to take my jacket off, and now I'm thinking like she doesn't know I have my pen, right? So I'm like fuck. I'm like, I gotta calm her down. You know what I mean? We can't have issues here. So he's like, not you. And she's like, well, you told me to take it off. So they get into an argument. So then I put Chrissy through the thing. I'm like, just leave your fucking hoodie on. Get going. You know what I mean?
Argument.
Yeah. So then I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, that's your wife. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, she's a pisser. And I was like, yeah, you got a wife? And he's like, no, I'm too stupid to get married. I just have tons of baby mamas. So we get through security, and then I tell Chrissy, I'm like, listen, like, you got to calm down. Like, you know what I mean? I'm flying here. So fast forward, we go through Napa, and then now we're going home, right?
So hold on, hold. So let's confirm this. Mission accomplished.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Twofold.
Okay.
As long as you have it they don't like it they don't like it. But you can't check it. If you put it in your carry-on and layer it between, like, I had my jeans on the bottom of my duffel bag, and then
that doesn't make sense. They check that too.
Yeah, but if you have all them layers, it ain't getting through like that. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like it's all part of like your clothing. Bro, I didn't do anything special. I put it in there. I put it in between my pant legs that were folded, and then all the clothes on top, and then whatever shit you have in there. But coming home, now it's my turn to make a scene. So we're going through Chris. This fucking purpled hair fucking bitch. Anyway, so she's like scanning the thing, and she stops my wife, and she goes, you need to put that third bag inside another bag. You're not allowed 3 bags. Are you ready for this? So then Chrissy goes, well, it's my pump. So
shit.
You're allowed that, right? You're allowed anything that's medically, like, I'm allowed to carry an extra bag because I have a CPAP, right? Which I just found out about that. I didn't know that. So the lady's like, you can't bring that in. And then Chrissy's like, what's my pump?
Good for you. You can carry an extra bag, but you ain't gonna have nowhere to fucking put it in the airplane because there's nowhere to fucking put bags.
That's the big problem. But so the lady goes, you can't have that. And Chrissy goes, it's my pump. And the lady goes, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
so now I'm getting a little irritated, right? I'm behind her, so now my pressure's going up a little bit. So then she goes, and then she's like, well, is that even medically necessary? You don't have a child with us, you know what I mean? And then I was like, what's she supposed to do with all the milk that's stuck in her tits? So finally, she just shakes her head like, you know what I mean? Just like this, right? Now, mind you, we're in an exit seat. Okay. So they're supposed to ask you, like, are you okay to sit in this exit seat? They never asked Chrissy this question, right? So Chrissy goes through. My turn. It scans, right? She sees me. I see her. That's the end of it, right? There's no words that are being said. She's just being, a blob. So I walk through, right? And dude, I've never seen someone that large run that quickly with no purpose, right? So she fucking shoulders me, right? And she's like, you can't go through here. I have to ask you a question. I was like, well, you didn't ask Chrissy, or I was like, you didn't ask my wife a question. So how was I supposed to know there was a question?
So she was at TSA, or she was like an airport, or
the airport worker that scans your ticket to get you onto the plane. Nothing special.
Okay, I got you.
She has no value.
Have you seen this meme?
Fucking loser. What is that?
I'm trying to.
Butthole. What is that?
You haven't seen that meme yet?
No. What is that?
All right, I'm gonna play it for you. So, everybody, it's the I think it's like ice cream or dough or something being made. I think it's ice cream.
Well, I mean, I'm into it.
And it says, it's the caption. Barstool posted it. It says, "How many beers?"
Where I'm looking 0.
Oh shit.
So long story. So she cuts me off, and then me and her are kind of like arguing. I was like, "You never asked my wife a question. So how was I supposed to know there's a question?" Blah 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 blah. So I get through the gate. I know, Trevor. I tried. So I get through the gate.
That's some Pornhub shit right there, Trevor. I don't know, bro.
Are you ready? You know what she says to me? You know what she says to me?
What?
She picks up the fucking phone. Do not rush through the gate if I have to ask you a question. She made an announcement after I walked through the fucking thing.
Wow, dude.
So now everyone thinks I'm the dickbag.
Ah, fuck everybody. Who cares? They ain't gonna see you ever again.
So then I told her, I said, "Why don't you get a real fucking job, you fucking piece
You know
of
what?
shit?"
You know what? That's the best thing about traveling is like everybody that you see, you're literally never gonna see.
Never see again. See ya. You see my butt crack? Everyone sees it.
You can make an asshole out of yourself at the fucking all-inclusive fucking bar where you drank way too much Johnny Walker. It's all good.
Yeah. Those are the days. But yeah, so that was my TSA adventure. But yes, you can fly. You just gotta put it in your bag and just put
Fly
clothes over it.
so high. I would be worried though, especially if I'm going abroad.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Domestic only. That's not worth a chance.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
California is like, I mean, but it's hard, right? When you travel, because then you got to like figure it out. You got to find one. You got to figure out like what the fuck's going on. You got to.
My thought was, it's already halfway gone.
You probably could have got a disposable in California. I'm just saying.
I know, but then I'm wasting that one. You know what I'm trying to say?
I do. Yes, I understand.
So it was either try it, see if it works, and my whole thing was, it was almost idiot proof, because if they would have got me in Philadelphia, I would have been like, "Well, I have a medical card. I didn't know I couldn't fly. I'm sorry." And then they would have been like, they throw it away, and then we move forward, right? And then my other thought was, if I got nailed in California on the way back, I'd just be like, "Well, Philadelphia let me through. I thought because I had a medical card, that's why I was allowed to do it." So
you have you have a medical card in Philadelphia, and it's legal in California. So like,
yeah. I felt like it was
dumb. Right. Honestly, just stop it. Just let people fucking have weed. It's dumb.
Yeah, but the problem is if they let people have fucking marijuana, and the next person's bringing PCP through the fucking thing. You know?
No, no. Come on, there's levels to this shit. You know how it is.
There's not levels when it comes to fucking drug use. Those people are fucking. Have you ever meet anyone on meth? I worked with one for 7 years.
Listen, dude, you ain't bringing meth into fucking PHL.
Well, that's funny too, because you would think that they would have dogs at PHL.
I saw dogs.
Never seen one. Miami, holy shit, looks like a goddamn fucking kennel down there.
Well, you know why, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I've watched every Netflix documentary to tell me exactly why there's dogs in Miami.
Yeah, they're like, "Don't touch the dog." I'm like, "But it's so cute."
I know.
I need it.
He's working.
Working 9 to 5, trying to make a living.
Trevor said, "This guy." Apparently, all the meth heads gather in York, PA.
I'm doing a clubhouse in York.
Oh, there you go. You know, home of the meth heads. Also home of the Harley Davidson plant. Go check that out.
I really don't want to be in. No offense, I don't want to be in New York any longer than I fucking have to be.
Oh shit!
Spent a night in New York recently, and it was fucking hell.
Listen, we haven't talked about the Phillies yet.
Well, it's fine.
We got to get there because
I figured this was going to probably be a longer of an episode, right?
Well, we haven't talked to people in a while. We haven't talked to each other. Well, we talk to each other every day, but not about this type of shit. So like, are you like annoyed
that I'm trying to get my wife pregnant and she won't play along? Yes.
No, not that.
Oh, sorry, I thought that's where you were going.
Are you annoyed? Are you annoyed? You're not really.
Yes, I am.
You want to have another kid?
We want to. Listen, I want to have another kid within the next now, so we can get it all fucking done.
Okay, well that makes sense. I understand.
I'm not trying to have a 4-year-old and be sleeping and shit. I mean, we're sleeping now, but you get my point. Like, I ain't trying to readjust going back down.
No, and not only the sleeping, but also like all the other activities and shit you start getting into.
We're starting to.
Woo!
I mean, we're still busy, doesn't it? So what were you saying?
Anyway, oh, Kenny flexing his fucking fantasy football trophy.
All
No, I was just saying, like, are you annoyed at the people who are you annoyed at the overreactors? Or is it just
right.
me?
For which one?
The Phillies.
For the City Connect jerseys or for the
Okay,
team?
okay. So let's talk about the dumb one first. Let's talk about the City Connect jerseys.
The jerseys are legitimately pretty like fucking sweet. The only thing is the font is terrible.
Why?
I just think it's too like fucking like
Metallica?
yeah,
Or like
gothic.
Megadeth or something?
Yeah, I feel like I'm like gonna watch an episode of the Gargoyles on Disney Channel. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, exactly. But I don't think it's bad, and
It looks
I
metal. It
think
does look metal.
I think everything else makes it manageable, right? And I was mad about the jerseys until I saw the pants, and the pants it just blends it, bleeds it, makes it look really good. I think so.
I think it's fucking cool, man. I mean, like, there are
The
so
hat's
many.
absolutely sick.
The hats are fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous, obviously. But like, you know, Trevor has a good point. This one is bad. Trey's number. Trey's number literally
You mean the Riddler?
the Riddler. Yeah. So Trey's the 7 literally looks like a question mark. But who cares? At the end of the day, like, I saw people like so like literally writing Bibles on Twitter, like, you know, if they really want, they don't really want to connect with the city, they just trying to make more money, and you
Well,
know,
no, 100% trying to make more money. Like let's
it
not
doesn't matter.
sugar.
It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what
let's
jersey
not
they come out with.
sugarcoat. We're not going to sugarcoat a very obvious fucking thing, people. You think they dropped that Philly Fanatic batting practice hat out of just a fucking hope and chance? They know what they're fucking doing, people.
Yeah,
Have some common sense.
and it's a fucking good hat, and I like it.
Yeah. Did you see it's in green and black now too?
Oh fuck, is it really?
The green's corny.
I like the black though.
Yeah, black's sick. But I have so many black hats. It's almost like, you know, what are you gonna do? I thought this was black. I'm still confused. I don't know what color this is.
But like, I just think the City Connect jerseys, like, here's what's gonna happen. Okay, everybody's hating on them. Everybody's gonna hate on them until they wear them, and then when they
What if they
wear them,
never lose in those jerseys this year?
they win every Friday.
Right?
I just think, like, once the team wears them, and once everybody sees them on the field, and they're gonna have like the fancy, the fancy artwork out in center field, like, on the grass and everything. Like, it's people. I don't even know what it is. Like, people love to hate shit. People love to hate shit.
You know that Jamie Lynch said something today, and I read it and I was thinking to myself, like, I really got to start with this mindset. But basically, all it said is like, sports are supposed to be enjoyable. Stop making them miserable for yourself.
That's a good point. And like,
And I have that. You know, my new policy.
What's your new policy?
24 hours.
Yeah, and that's a good policy. It is. It is a good policy.
So, and I'm not even like, I don't like regular season games don't really bother me.
No,
rare,
especially baseball. Especially baseball. I mean, come on, it's baseball.
Look, I mean, look at my name, my whatever it is. Baseball's too long. People get so fucking dramatically upset. It was March. What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't, dude. And I hate you forever because of those stupid Facebook groups that you got me into.
Buck up, Buttercup.
I can't watch those people be dumb and say stupid shit and not chime in. Like, it's just me. I can't do it.
Well,
I don't know how to do it.
They say the dumbest shit in those groups because you know what the problem is. It's all a bunch of fucking high school kids, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds.
There is some of that, but there's also like not that. There's also like real adults that are literally just in there like, oh, you guys are the rah-rahs. Like, what the fuck does that mean? What is a rah-rah, dude? Like, yeah, like the Phillies? Like, it's the Phillies fan group. Like, oh, you don't get the joke. These guys have no friends, they have no lives, and they go in there and they like gang up on people, and then they like think it's their friend, like it's their like that's their friend group. Like, get a fucking.
They're most certainly not joking either. I was in line yesterday at Dairy Queen.
They all listen to Jiggly. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Trevor.
that's the fucking problem.
Trevor.
I was at Dairy Queen yesterday, and obviously there's a long line, so my windows were down, and I hear this old lady, she got to be 68, right? Like just a bag of bones, and I just hear her, she goes, "That Rojas stinks. They should trade him immediately." And I'm like, "For what? Trade him for what? What are we trading a 23-year-old for?
We're only trading him if Jake's grandma says to.
Yeah, she's allowed to.
Jake's grandma knows her shit.
But that's the whole thing. Is people. This town is like, what have you done for me lately?
And did you see the article that I shared this morning?
Which one?
The Matt Gelb article.
I don't know if I did. What'd you say?
So it was about Castellanos and like the rest of the team, like just trying to like figure their shit out and how like why they're struggling, and like it was like a fucking real article, right? Like for once we see something that comes out of like this team that's not like, I don't know. I just appreciated the fact that it was like legit and real. And like, Castellanos was interviewed in the article and he's like, yeah, like, I mean, I know that I chased too many fucking bad pitches, but it's if all you do is go up to the plate and say, don't chase, you're not going to fucking hit. You're not going to hit. You got to fucking chill the fuck out. So literally before that game 2 days ago, he hit like 120 fucking balls, dude. Like these guys are trying to get right. So like, that's the thing that I don't like when people just are keyboard warriors and they're like, these guys don't give a fuck. They're collecting $20 million. They don't fucking care. Like, do they care about the Phillies as much as we do? I don't know, but they want to be good and they want to win. So like, I don't know what people get out of hating them, I guess is what I'm saying.
We live in a world and a society where it's cool to hate.
Yeah, like what are you getting out of it? It's weird.
No, a migraine.
I feel like it's not healthy to do that shit.
It's I've retooled my way of thinking, But
retool. Did you retool it or did you rebuild it?
Yeah. Although the problem is like fucking Nola just like really irritates me, right? Like that, and it's mostly because I'm at war with that In the Alley podcast. He's like
shout out In the Alley.
Yeah, he's like he can strike you out with.
Listen, we've already invited him on the podcast and he said no, so that's fine.
He won't show up.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's like he can strike you out in 3 pitches. Okay, I don't think that's the flex you think it is.
It's not a flex.
I would fucking hope he could strike me out in 3 pitches. I hope he could strike me out immediately.
Yeah, that's not a flex, dude. No.
And the thing, like, he has a home run issue, and I know that they're all solo shots, and I know it's probably not that big of a deal at the end of the day, but it is.
Dude, did you see that play that Rojas made though the other day in center field? Like he was in a dead sprint, and it was like not a big deal play, but it was early in the game. He was in a dead fucking sprint, and he just like made it look so simple. And he got to this ball that was in the gap, and it's like people don't appreciate that. Like, and listen, I don't know if they should be doing what they're doing with Rojas. I don't know. But like Dombrowski said something early in the season, and it's like fucking facts, man. If everybody else in the lineup was crushing the ball, we wouldn't give a fuck about how much Rojas is hitting.
And honestly, like hitting's contagious, right?
Yeah, and so like Philly, the Fantastic Sports Show.
Did they air it?
Yeah, they did.
They aired my robe.
Yeah, so Kenny sent a robe video. It was pretty funny as fuck.
What did Jason say?
But if you guys don't, I don't remember. What he said. You can go get it. It's on the internet. But if you guys don't check out, you guys should check out the Fantastic Sports Show. It's actually pretty good, and Jason and Breland do a really good job. But they sent out a prompt today, and they're like, "What do you think about the Phillies? Like, what's your temperature on the Phillies?" I'm like, my temperature on the Phillies is about as like fine as it can be. They're fine. They're the best thing that is happening to them right now is that they're playing teams that they can afford to get right against. Right. So like
They have 41 games out of 45 against teams that haven't been in the playoffs last year.
And not only that, dude, but I was talking to Lou about this earlier today. All they got to do is win 15 games in April. So far, they have 6. So they have 20 games left. If they go like 10-10 for the rest of April, that's a great April because 15 games a month gets you 90 wins. That's flat out. That's math. And like everybody doesn't like the grind of baseball is hard for people. Like both the averages, like the batting, like like the game by game, like if you go 15-7 or 15-10 or whatever the math ends up being in the month, that's a good fucking month. And people have a hard time kind of like wrapping their brain around that because they're watching Castellanos swing at fucking low and away sliders and they're looking at, Kyle Schwarber, you know, taking a fucking fastball on a 1-2 count. You know what I mean?
The problem is like look at the Cardinals series, right? They got 2 out of 3.
They won the series.
And Harper didn't do anything, Schwarber didn't do anything. They won because of the daycare. They won that series. Trevor's vaulting up.
Trevor's fucking hot tonight.
They're winning the games because of the daycare. Imagine if everything starts going their way. It's too early to fucking care. I know we say this every year. It's not. It's fucking March.
I'll tell you what. Brandon Marsh is an everyday player.
I don't get what's going on there.
I think that's going to shake out. I do.
Yeah, it should. It probably will for sure.
And I also think that we are possibly seeing the development of an actual closer in Philly.
Alvarado?
No, I think they want Hoffman. And I'm okay with it.
I know.
Because you know why? Because he has like he's got like that chip. You know what I mean? Like closers have to have.
He's not afraid to throw the pitch. That's for sure.
No, and closers have to have that like. I don't know. Like they have to have that edge, And Alvarado kind of has it. Yeah, Alvarado kind of has it. So like I'd be cool with Alvarado. And I honestly can't wait till they get Kerkering back because people haven't even thought about that. Kerkering's coming back this weekend. And so like I don't know. Like the batting, the hits are gonna come. Like these guys are professional hitters. Like, are they gonna hit 330? No, they're probably not. But are they going to hit 270, 280? Yes, they are. And like the Phillies are going to be fine. They're going to be there. And the people that think that the Braves are going to bury them again, that's fine. Let the Braves bury them again. Let's put the chips down in October. It's what they do. So, I don't know. I'm high on the Phillies, to be honest. I am. So the day that Strider got hurt, I put a nice bet in on the Phillies to win the division. Because it's good odds. I got it at plus 425. And I felt like plus 425 was pretty good for the Phillies to win the East. As unlikely as it may be, plus 425 is fine with me.
Yeah, I don't care about the division.
Well, I also bet them to win the World Series. So I told you this. Every year, I'm going to bet the Phillies to win the World Series.
What?
Every year.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that Marsh needs to be an everyday guy too, and Trevor. So I think that it will happen. I really do. So the one thing that sucks
what's
though.
the alternative?
Well, the one thing that sucks though is that like they can't win a Wheeler start. Like come on, dude. Like he didn't have his best game the other day, but what the fuck? Oh, Wheeler's 0-3.
What did he give up? 1 run?
Yeah, the other day he gave up 3, but he was like, he was in his head a little bit. Like the umpire. Oh my god, dude! The umpires, Jason. I owe Jason an apology.
I told you this.
I owe Jason an apology. I told Jason that I wasn't sure if I wanted umpires to be replaced by by the robo. And Jason was right. I 1,000,000%, I 1,000,000% know that these umpires are fucking games up when it comes to balls and strikes.
Well, it
There
just
are
happened with the Indians. I mean, the Guardians.
there are so many things that happen where it's like, 2-2, 1-2, whatever. He throws the third strike, they call it a ball. And then, and then the pitcher gets in his head and then he walks him and then it turns into a fucking carousel, right? This shit has to stop. And I don't know, like I'm cool with maybe like an umpire being behind. Like I told Jason, I think you need to have an umpire behind the plate because like of the calls, right? Like the balks and the plays at the plate and stuff like this. But catcher's interference, shit like that. But when it comes to like balls and strikes, I either want them to allow teams to challenge, like instant challenge. So like they can say, no, that was wrong. And then like the dude's wearing an earpiece and there's like, yeah, they're right. And that's boom.
It takes no time.
No time. No time. And so I think that's the way they could do it, or they could just go to the minor league system and the umpire has a buzz or whatever in his ear, and boom, it's a strike, no question, strike, and it takes the guessing out of the game because it levels the playing field. Right now, the playing field in baseball is not level, and even within the same game, you could have a pitcher on one side or the other side that is not getting called the same way by the same umpire, which can't happen. You can't have it. There's too much money. There is too much money on the games for this to happen. And so they need to fix it. Just like they need to put a chip in the football, just like they need to put a chip in the fucking hockey puck. It's ridiculous that we don't know if the guy crossed the goal line. That's fucking dumb.
Well, and you get these people that are like, well, the element of the referees is what makes sports great. No, I want 100% accuracy on everything that happens.
Listen, if you're going to be able to bet money on the fact that something happens, like we need to know that that's really what happened.
It needs to be transparent.
Yes, got to be transparent. Fucking, I don't want that shit. I want pitchers painting corners and I want them getting credit for it. That's what I want. If that ball touches any of that fucking box, that's a strike. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, by the way, Kenny, I will admit something. I have something to admit.
What do you got?
I don't notice the pitch clock as much.
Yeah, I know.
But I will say that I still believe that it's affecting the game in a way that I don't like, but I don't notice it as much anymore. I don't think the players like it. But for me, like when I'm watching the game, it doesn't affect me like it did last year. I will admit that.
Well, I told you it was gonna take a year, right? The first year was gonna be fucked, and then now it's rare. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the one thing I still don't like is the limited like throws to first base. I still think that's fucking weird. It just takes, I don't know.
What do you want?
I think that you should be able to keep a guy on first base. Like you should be able to keep him close to the bag.
But the problem is that they're going to steal it regardless, right? Because the base is so fucking big, and they can't. Now the second baseman can't even stand there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
right, so it's like they want people to steal bases.
They do. They want more runs. They want more excitement. More runs means longer games, which means more sales in the stadiums. I mean, well, if you people aren't paying attention to this, there's nothing more I can help you with in life.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Kenny, they're getting it too, man. Because I was looking 100%. At something. Yeah, I was looking at something like having to do with profit and loss when it comes to if you bet like the over on every game, if you bet the under on every game. If you bet the over on every game, it was like ridiculously profitable already in baseball. So, I mean, obviously that's not going to hold up. Like gambling, like the line makers are going to see that and they're going to make adjustments, and it's not going to happen like that. But the way that it has started, like there's already more runs per game happening. So baseball's getting what they want. I would prefer it. See, they went a different route. they took the juice out of the balls and they're like, oh, let's make the bases bigger and make it easier to run. No, I would rather have the juice ball.
Homers, baby.
Chicks dig the long ball. That's a fact.
The long ball.
So what sport did we not touch? We didn't touch football. I don't really know if we don't need to.
Well, I'm a little pissed off.
Okay.
Well, they're taking the fucking Packers from us, a home game.
That's a big game.
It's a massive game. It's a losable game.
That's a massive losable game, and it's week 1. Now, would it matter if they were home or away or in Brazil? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
It would help if they were home.
It would help, of course. I would agree with that.
I don't know. And honestly, I wanted to see it.
Like in person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been my game.
The Packers?
For sure.
It's a good game to go to.
We should go to Brazil.
Someone texted me, dude I write music with actually from California. He's texted me. He's a Packers fan. And he's like, yo, Packers Eagles, Brazil, we going?
Yeah. My brother-in-law said,
he was like, yo, he's like, yeah, it's time to find a sponsor for your podcast.
My brother-in-law's adamant about going. And I'm like, Brazil kind of freaks me out.
It's kind of scary, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't want to go to Brazil.
No, I don't know. What the fuck are you going to do there? I don't know.
That's the other thing. Well, you can do coke, that's for sure.
We can. So listen, we'll talk about the Eagles more as we get closer to the draft. Kenny, are we going to try to do something for the draft?
Yeah, I think I cleared it already with her. When is it?
Yeah, it's the 25th. I thought. I already looked this up once. God damn it.
Thursday, the 25th.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, assuming Kip's not sick or anything, like I'll be good.
Yeah. So like, do we want to do your garage party again?
Well, the problem is that's right above his room.
Yeah, see, I can't fly. That's not gonna work. We're gonna have to do a road show, or we just don't do a live show and we just like hang out with people.
I mean, how did the live show do last year? I mean, I don't really know.
It was good, but we got some really good video clips from it when we were talking about Jordan Davis.
You mean Carter?
I'm sorry, Jalen Carter. Yeah.
That was no man has ever flipped a switch as quick as I did.
literally a minute
into that highlight reel.
Terrible. This is a terrible pick, and then you saw the highlights, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
I'll talk to her. We might be able to swing. It all depends. The McCann home would not be a bad alternative.
I was gonna say we don't have to force your place. We could probably talk to Joe, and we could probably set up downstairs in the fucking in the cave down there.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to McCann. We'll talk to McCann. We'll see if we can put that together.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So I guess the only other thing is the Sixers.
The Eagles are going to draft a tight end.
I like that.
Yeah, and I hope they take that. I don't even want to say this, but the guy from Iowa.
Oh God, yeah, he's good. He is good. Actually, see, I like the center from Oregon. I don't know why you hate it so much, though.
They like what they have at center.
They don't have anything at center.
They love the cam.
Okay. All right.
What's going on up there?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So Kenny, what are we doing? We coming back next week, or we're gonna do 2 weeks? I'm fine either way.
Game time. It just depends.
We'll do game time. We'll do game time
crazy.
decisions. Shit's happening. I'm like an official like fucking baseball coach now, so like I'm really busy and stuff. Like coaching 4-year-olds how to play baseball. So like, I have some shit going on right now.
I should be good next weekend.
We'll see.
Next week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. But Definitely we'll be around on Twitter, we'll be around on Instagram, we'll be around on fucking Facebook, whatever. It still won't let us stream live on Facebook, which is so fucking stupid. So
Why?
we're streaming live on my personal Facebook, which is terrible, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
You've got this new head filled up with smoke, and I've got my. Oh,
That's Kip's,
dude,
that's Kip's song.
absolutely. That's Kip's song. I absolutely demolished my window basement well cover today. Just ran it the fuck over with a riding mower. Wasn't paying attention. Just fucking crunched it like a bag of chips.
I love it. I fucking
What do I need that for? So it doesn't get into the window?
Yeah, you don't want it getting down in the bottom there. Yeah.
Well, I put a pipe in.
You should be fine.
I have a drain.
Yeah, you should be fine.
So maybe I'll just. It looks like shit. I fucking hate it. There's like weeds growing through it. You know what I mean? Like it's made of junk. I don't know. So that's my.
Oh, you hit the mute. You hit the mute button. Mute. Abort. Yeah,
All
Kenny and I are old. We fucking sent each other back and forth pictures of our lawns today.
I mean, my lawn was fucking Christ, dude.
The grass is ready.
The gas mower was just like ate it up. I didn't even have to whack before.
You talked so much shit on that guy that cut his grass a couple weeks ago too.
I was pissed at that fucking guy because you know what it was. I knew she was coming around the corner when she came.
Yeah,
and you're right. Like I don't hate it. It's just like this is gonna be gross. But you know when you're like I don't really want to fucking shower tonight. You know what I mean? But then you get in the shower and you're like, this is the greatest shower of my fucking life.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like,
Everybody.
That's how I fucking feel about the lawn. Like once they get on there, though, man, I'm like, dee.
Yeah, man. I put the headphones on and I'm gone for a little while.
For a bit of while.
Yeah, exactly.
I did feel pretty guilty though, because like Kip's sick and she's in here in the trenches all day, and then
I mean, you could
like,
say, "Yo, here's the keys."
Yeah. Please, I asked her to help me pick up sticks, and I got sass.
Yeah. I use my kid to help me pick up sticks. That's
yeah, it's smart, dude. I couldn't believe how many sticks I got in my yard.
Yeah, dude. I have a whole tree in my backyard. You want some?
Man, bring it over. I'll burn it up.
I have to cut that bitch up.
Oh, is that one that fell a while ago?
Yeah, I got some of it cleaned up, but there's still a good amount that I have to chainsaw and fucking move and drag and whatever. You know, it happens. It happens when you have trees. It's fine. I like trees, so I'm okay with it.
No, I hate fucking trees. Take them all down.
You fucking like the Lorax, the anti-Lorax.
Yeah, if there's a tree on my property, chances are
you're the air guy. You're the fucking air guy. What's his name?
I forget his name.
Fuck, I can't think of his name right now.
I have this tree. I have this tree on my property that's 3/4 on mine and 1/4 on this other guy's. And this guy's like in love with this tree.
So you want him to take the tree down, but he won't?
Well, I don't. I'm just gonna start killing it. I'm just gonna start chunking layers of fucking limbs off of it until it fucking starts.
Is it on his property, but it's hanging over yours?
No, I think I would argue that 3/4 of that trunk is behind my fence line. But when I moved in, he claimed the fucking tree and told me, you know, so I got my fence installed. I had the problem with my next door lesbians neighbors, and then I came and they were fighting with me. And then I moved the fence onto my property by 18 inches, so I didn't have to deal with the fucking survey and these fucking people, right? So now there's that gap in between our fences, and I make her cut it because it's not my problem. I don't look at it. I don't care what it looks like. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So and then like 2 weeks later, after the fence was installed, he came over, the guy behind, and he was like, the fence people cut through the root to get the tree in or to get the fence in. I said, yeah, I'm aware because it's my tree. That root's on my property. It's in my way. I cut the fucking root. He's like, well, I've been taking care of these trees for the last, 7 years. And then I literally was like,
what does he mean? What does he mean by that? Like cut, he
pays someone to come out and fucking put like shit on the trees. You know what I mean? Like chemical, like whatever he's putting on the trees to help them grow or something. I don't fucking know. So then I kindly said to him, and like honestly, not like a dick, I was just like, then stop taking care of the tree. It's my tree. I don't want the fucking tree, so just let it do what it's doing. So then now he's all huffy and puffy, and I'm pretty sure, and I don't know how to prove this, but I'm confident that he is now draining his fucking gutters into my yard. So when I go out there after like a storm, I can hear the whooshing.
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah, and it would make sense to why my yard's been so fucking, terrible. I mean, it's bad anyway. I'm on the bottom of a hill, right? Like, laws of physics. But it has been unbearable back there.
I'm so glad I don't have fucking neighbors, Kenny. I swear
Yeah.
to God.
You're living the dream.
I guess I am.
But,
I guess I am. Damn, that's fucked up, man. I really
but I don't
fucked
know
up.
how I'm gonna prove it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, does he have any of those like extenders, like they come off of his gutters? Like
That's
in
what
his yard?
I'm gonna have to go out there, I guess. Like,
You want to borrow my drone so you can like take a drone shot?
I should. So here's the problem: is that like he's always so like he's just fucking here all the time. You know what I mean? Like I can't,
Yeah, I do. I do exactly. Yes.
So it's gonna be hard for me. I might take Sheba, but I'm afraid of Sheba might bite.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
But my thought was to let Sheba off the leash and let her go into the backyard and be like, "Oh my god, my dog!"
And then he could like
go,
survey the land over there.
Oh, she's over here. You know what? I guess I could say that my terrier ran away. He would never know.
No, you could just say you're looking for your dog.
Yeah.
That's a good move, actually.
So, and then I guess when it's actually draining into my yard, I guess then what I gotta do, call the fucking police. Yeah, it's like a whole fucking thing.
How's the pickleball situation?
Terrible. It's even worse than it's ever fucking been. I hate it. I hope I'm gonna fucking buy a dump truck of sand and dump it on there.
And what's the latest with the school?
The school?
Yeah.
It got denied.
Did it?
Yeah.
Good. It should have.
And people are fucking pissed.
I mean, it's a bad plan.
Well, they're like, we're getting lapped. And I was like, I said to this guy on Facebook, and I was like, getting lapped how? This has been the way it's been for fucking the whole entire life existence of North Penn.
Right.
So who cares?
Right. Just get over
it.
You
just want change to want change. And also you're like 78 years old, dude. You're not gonna be here to fucking deal with it. You fucking dumbass.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, like, we went to North Penn. We fucking graduated. We did fine. I'm successful. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't.
Some things are, some things aren't. Like if it's broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But obviously, there's certain upgrades and upkeep that has to happen. Like that's
fine.
Obvious, but like that's not what they're talking about doing.
And here's the problem: those dumbasses, they sold all the property. Whose fault is that? You guys got a little money greedy in the early 2000s, sold all the property. Whose fault's that? Not mine.
Right.
So I don't think I should have to pay. I don't think I should have to pay for it.
Yo, what was the deal with your fucking water? It was all fucking like brown and shit.
So I still don't know. So they started flushing hydrants to test them, and I was like, okay, they had to have tested the one right in front of our house, like literally right in front of it, because this shit it's brown for 12 plus hours. And then right before we left for California, I see the fucking water truck pull up. So I go outside and I'm like, didn't you do this hydrant already? Because my water was fucked up for like 13 hours. And he was like, no, it shouldn't have been fucked up. So like, that's concerning. I said, yeah, tell me about it. So he's like, I'll flush this one really good. I was like, okay. So we didn't have any problems, but he said that they did all the hydrants on Main Street, which is, so if I'm on 6th and 5th, so 5th, 4th, 3rd, so it's like 4 or 5 streets over. So I don't know why it would fuck me up.
No, it sounds weird.
And then he said they did the water tower, which is right up it's on the top of the hill from like where all the water from the town comes down to my thing. So I'm wondering if there's an issue there.
It sounds like there might have been a break or something.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing was really fucking weird. And I was like, okay, great. Like, we're not going to have water because the one in front of our house, you know what I mean? No issues at all.
That's wild.
Yeah, so who fucking knows? Felt like I was living in Flint, Michigan for 13 hours.
No water over there. North Penn Water Authority.
Dude, they strike at the worst times.
Always.
just incredible. And I remember I had to take a shower in that fucking poo water because I hadn't showered the night before. So I just went in. I was like, oh, it is what it is. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do?
At least you had soap.
That's what I mean. So, and
Oh shit.
I don't wash my beard anymore, which
Well,
sounds gross.
it's kind of how it is. Like you only like it's like girls with their hair. They don't wash their hair every day.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like when I use product, I dry. If I don't use anything, and I don't have any hair,
Right. So if you use product, your skin gets dry, and then your
It's
fucking get all flaky and
fucks
shit.
me up.
Yeah.
Now, if I like, if I'm running dirt bikes or something and my beard's brown, like I gotta use a product here and there, but
Yeah.
I just use bar soap.
Yeah.
That's it.
It makes sense.
Get it behind my ears.
Clean your balls.
Always the balls.
By the way, code love and pain 20%.
I can't believe they haven't taken that down yet.
No, it works, bro.
I know. Has anyone bought anything besides yourself?
Yeah, a couple people have bought stuff.
I'm proud of you, bitches.
People are sponsoring. People are like helping this podcast, even though we're not getting any money.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, I think that we have run the course for this weekend for this week. But like, listen, man, it was good to be back. We haven't done this in a very long time.
Yeah,
I think
probably thought we quit.
Yeah, we didn't fucking quit, bitch. So maybe in like. By the way, Kenny, the sound issues are non-existent tonight. So if you can hear me, let's do this.
Okay.
Because I hear you totally fine and everything's good.
It's not worth my sanity.
I guess your heater's not running, is it?
No, yeah, we're gonna be better. It just ran right there. That's why I was like getting fucking annoyed. But
I couldn't hear it. But I was just wondering, like, because it's not like cold.
That was the problem in the winter.
Yeah.
Well, we're building a podcast studio, so
there you go. I'm talking to Gordy. I think I'm going to see Gordy on Friday, so I'll talk to him. We'll see if we can't get something on the books for a little Sixers.
When do the playoffs start?
Situation in May.
Like yeah, that first weekend.
They start in May. It actually might be a little bit before that. Let me see. So the Sixers are done April 14th. So it'll actually be
soon.
It'll actually be like a little more than a week from now.
Oh, the Cardinals got another run. Oh, that's right. He's singled. No, Arian Alto.
So the Sixers have what, 2 games left? Yeah, 2 games left, and then so it might be next week. We might have to do a Sixers preview, playoff preview next week with Gordy. We'll see. See how it goes.
So they have the Nets and the Magic. They could split that because the Magic are pretty good.
They're pretty good.
So are they locked in?
They're locked into the playoffs. Are they locked in the seed? I haven't seen anything about that. I don't think they are.
No, they're not. They're 2 behind the Cavs and 1 behind the Pacers.
Because they're 1 behind the Pacers. They're 1 ahead of the Heat. So like, and with 2 to play, like anything can happen still.
So if they beat the Heat, they're on to the next round. 1 game.
If they beat, no, they won't play the Heat. They would play the as of right today, which I don't know if it's stay this way, but as of today, they would play the Hawks. The Sixers are 7. They would play 10.
This has 7 versus 8, 9 versus 10.
No, that's
and then I think the winner of that gets the bid into the playoffs, and then 8 plays the winner.
So 7
9,
plays.
10.
So 7 plays 8, 9 plays 10.
Yeah, I think. I mean, this is what this thing is showing.
I don't remember. I don't remember because the play-in tournament's kind of new.
It's also kind of annoying.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. So, at the end of the regular
each conference
season,
number 7 standings will host the 8th team. The winners secure the number 7 seed in the playoffs. The loser will get another chance to earn a playoff spot. Each 9 plays the 10. The winner will advance to the final stage of the play-in tournament. The losers eliminated. The losers of the 7 and 8 will play
Okay.
the winner of the 9 and 10. The
Okay.
winner secures the 8.
So 7, 8 is double elimination. So basically, if you're 7 or 8, it's double elimination for you.
Yeah. So you win, you're in. If you lose, you have to win a game, the next game.
Yeah. If you lose, you play the winner of 9, 10.
That's not going to be annoying to have to play Jimmy Butler.
They just played Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's hurt too, isn't he?
He's old.
Probably wins the championship.
He's older. Let's say that. I can't say he's old, but he's older. Yeah, so that makes sense. Right now they're 7. I would love for him to sneak up and be 6. I don't think
So
it's.
they have to lose. They have to win out, and Cavs have to lose 2, and the Pacers have to go 1-1. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, no, it could happen because well, no, they play Charlotte. Never mind.
Yep.
No, never mind. So yeah, that's basically so basically the Sixers are going to be 7 or 8. So they're going to end up playing the Heat. Which is fine. That's fine.
It don't matter.
They can beat anybody right now. So all right, I'll talk to Gordy on Friday. We'll set it up. But it was nice to be back, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it felt good. Felt good.
You muted
real good.
So Kenny, on Friday, if they play, because it's supposed to rain, but on Friday we'll get to see these fancy new jerseys that everybody hates.
They got the Pirates, don't they?
They do. The hot Pirates.
I think we might go Sunday.
I'm going on Sunday the 21st. I'm going to the Fanatics birthday game. They're giving out. Oh, it's for the kid, bro.
It's for you. Don't fucking hide
No,
it.
it's not. They're giving out they're giving out Fanatic mittens for the kids.
Kitten mittens.
Kitten mittens. Yeah, we're going Sunday the 21st. It'll be good. But yeah, no, I think the Pirates are like 9-2 or 9-3 or something.
They have 3 blown saves.
So their 3 losses are blown saves.
Yeah, and then the shortstop or whoever was like they booed him. They booed the closer after the 3rd game, and then that shortstop that's not what we do here. And then Fransky was like, well, we know he can't play here.
Who's the shortstop?
Do them all.
Alika Williams. I don't even know who that is.
Alika. All right, good night. I love you all.
Yeah, we need to
Not
go.
really.
We need to go. All right. Love you guys. It's been a real, and we will see you in probably a week.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Goodbye.
Good night.
Wait, let me play the thing. Oh, play this again. What? Goodbye.
Dookie.